Hello, I'm Philip Duncan from weatherwatch.co.nz with your New Zealand and Australia forecast for today, the 1st of September, the first day of spring on the meteorological calendar. Although if you're a little bit more old-fashioned than me, you might prefer the astronomical date. That's due to the Earth's rotation around the sun. That's not for 3 more weeks on the spring equinox. I struggle with that one a little bit from a weather forecasting point of view, simply because we don't really see so much winter weather by this time of the year. We're really getting into a spring weather pattern, not just in New Zealand, but over Australia as well. We saw the other day a whole lot of places through central Aussie getting up into the low to mid 30-degree mark already. So the warmth is already coming back. But in saying that, September's kicking off with a cooler southerly over in Perth. That's going to take a few days to get over to Sydney, which it does by Saturday, and then the remnants will drift over to New Zealand after that. So let's try and make sense of it all at the moment, and we kick off with the air pressure map for Thursday. So dominant high pressure at the moment. This is tied for the most powerful high pressure system on the planet, at least over the main populated places. The other one is up around England at the moment. So we've got this big high, it's pushing all the way back over to Sydney, and on Thursday in comes that colder, more wintry change over in Perth with a sou'wester and a cold front. Ahead of it, windy conditions though for Adelaide, Melbourne, and right down over Hobart and Tasmania. Easterlies at the top of New Zealand, they're being noticed now. We're getting farmers telling us that, and other locals telling us or asking us about them. Why are we getting them? We've got our next Climate Watch update being issued today, so you can watch that. We talk about the season of spring and the month of September weather-wise, and we do talk about La Nina. It's not around at the moment, but it is getting a little bit close to it. It's measured by the sea surface temperatures up here, which are leaning about 0.5 degree warmer than average at the moment. So it's getting into that territory, but it may not go much more beyond that, and so therefore we may not get La Nina actually declared. So right now, we are getting the east to southeast winds, but these are normal for this time of the year between New Zealand and the tropical islands. We've got warm weather coming through. I didn't show you, but there are some nor'westers and westerlies for the lower South Island on Thursday. That's pushing temperatures up around Queenstown, over 8 degrees above average. At the top of New Zealand, there is an easterly blowing, normal temperatures for this time of the year. That's why there is no colour shading. The green is just the satellite map below. So we are seeing warmer weather down to the south, but the temperatures are about the same. 16 in Auckland, 15 down there in Alexandra. So very similar temperatures, but this is clearly warmer than average for this time of the year. As we get into Friday, the high is still in charge. It's even more powerful now, 1040 hectopascals. Easterly winds blowing all the way over to the eastern side of Australia. In comes the cold front though, hitting Adelaide and going into Melbourne and into Hobart as you go through Friday. We've got a bit of rain coming through as well, just around the Melbourne area. There could be 40-45 millimetres, and then further to the east, getting up around 55 millimetres as that cold front moves on through. Now, as we go into the weekend, it's now Sydney's turn to get that rain. You've got easterlies this way, sou'westers that way. They meet in the middle, and it's a cool change. So that means you'll probably get a few thunderstorms as that front comes through. But it's quiet in New Zealand, a bit of wet weather on the west coast, windy through the southern Alps, and that pushes the temperatures up in Otago and Canterbury and further up around Waited Upper and Hawke's Bay. You'll all be feeling the temperatures lifting up on Saturday. We've got rain coming through though this weekend with some very heavy falls, up to 200 millimetres coming over just a few days, couple of days in fact, on the west coast. This is for Sunday and Monday, rainfall accumulation. Very little in the east. Hawke's Bay, you might get 5 to 10 millimetres, which is welcome after the 30 or 40 you just had. So this isn't bad news. And a bit more heavy rain falling for Eastern Bay of Plenty. So that's around sort of Sunday, Monday. So this is the snow map. We've got a bit of cold weather coming through, up to 80 centimetres on the mountain tops here, 40 to 60 around sort of Mount Cook area. So we do have some snow on the way, but it's in the places where it should be. Sunday looks like this. Here comes that rain for the west coast with the heavy falls, and also that snow that's falling around the southern Alps. But it's still fairly mild for the North Island and fairly mild in Canterbury and the top of the South Island. As we get into Monday, that front moves up in towards Queensland. Very slow moving, considering it's just now moving into Perth, but it takes until Monday to really get up into those areas. That's what we'll be seeing there. And our final map for Tuesday shows a big high ballooning up here across Australia, that front being decimated, but falling apart over the North Island, bringing another sort of sprinkling of rain, which will be welcome as well in most places, although Auckland probably has had enough now, although the water storage areas in the south could do with more rain. Most of the rain that fell in Auckland was falling in the Waitaki ranges. That's not where all of our water is stored. So we still need more rain falling around the Hanua ranges, which is between Auckland and Waikato. And that is all from me. We will see you again tomorrow with our next update. But just a reminder, we have a global video out today covering the tropical storms around the world and also a huge high pressure zone out over England at the moment. And we've got our Climate Watch video also coming out today. Very busy day, and that is covering the month of September, but also the season of spring in the New Zealand area, and we actually also do a little bit of Australia in there as well, but it is mostly a New Zealand update. That is all from me for today anyway, for this video. I will see you in those other videos, and I'll be back again tomorrow, Thursday, with our next Weather Watch update.